Hello children, welcome back to the mathematics class. Dear children, in our last few videos we have seen about arithmetic progression, about circles and also quadratic equation. Today let us take a new chapter from geometry, that is about triangles. So all the topics are not there in the examination point of view. So some topics are deleted from the syllabus. Okay. So today we will learn about some of the topics from the chapter triangle and one important theorem on that particular chapter. Okay. Before that, what we have studied in our previous classes, that means in 9th, 8th standard, what we have studied, let us recall. See, about congruency you have studied in your previous class. What do you mean by congruency? Or congruency of two figures, geometrical figures. That's what you have seen. Or congruent, you have heard the word congruent, isn't it? When we can say two figures are congruent to each other. For example, if you take any two figures, for example, a square or a triangle or a rectangle, whatever it may be, what do I congruent? See here, for example, if you take circle, two squares, see, if you know in the squares, all the four angles are equal to 90 degrees. So 90 degrees. So in any square, it is 90 degree only. But if the sides are equal to, the sides of both the squares are equal in length, then we can say these two squares are congruent to each other. Okay. So if it is 2, here all sides are 2 centimeter. And here also if it is 2, we can say these two squares are congruent to each other. Or if you take the triangle, if 2, you know all angles are equal. Here also all angles are, some of the three angles are 180 degree. If the sides are correspondingly equal, if the sides are correspondingly equal to the sides of another triangle, or if the sides of one triangle are correspondingly equal to the sides of another triangle, then also we can say these two triangles are congruent to each other, isn't it? Congruent means the figures must have same shape and same size. For example, if you have chairs at your home of same company or same size, they are similar always. Similar in structure, similar in shape. So, if the figures have same size as well as same shape, that figures are called congruent to each other. That means this figure can superimpose on this, or this figure can impose on this. So, you can fix this on this exactly, and you can fix this figure on this or this figure on this. So, two congruent figures superimpose one on other or each other. Okay, that is, so to say congruent, that shape and size of the figure must be equal. But that is congruent. Now, what do you mean by congruent? Similar. See, similar figures. Similar means what? See, this is congruent figures. These are congruent figures. So similar means, see, if you take, for example, square. See, this is one square. This is another square. You know, see here also 90 degree, here also 90 degree. Some each angle of the square is 90 degree. Here also 90 degree. Angles are equal, no problem. But whatever the size, you can observe here in these two figures. This figure is larger than this figure or bigger than this figure. It is smaller than this figure, isn't it? But here the shape is same, but the size is not equal, isn't it? Size is not same, but the shape is same shape. See, for example, if you take a equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal. If I draw another small triangle, equilateral triangle, shape is same, but the size is different. Therefore, if the size is, if the shape or figures having same shape but not the same size, then such figures are called similar figures. If they have same shape and same size, they are bounded figure. If the two figures have same shape but not necessary to have same size, but shape must be same, then such figures are called similar figures, and that is represented by the symbol similar. See, similar. Or you can draw two lines like this also on this. See, you can draw similar figure like this, or it is enough if you draw similar. This is a symbol shows similarity of two figures. So in this chapter you are going to learn about similarity of the triangles. Okay, similarity of the triangles. So to say the triangles or any figures are similar, they must have same shape, not necessary to have same size. Okay, therefore when it becomes similar, if the angles are equal, their angles are equal, but the sides are not equal, but the sides are in proportion or in same ratio. Okay, sides are in same ratio, but angles are equal. So if the angles are equal and sides are in the same ratio, they are called similar figures. So remember, when we can say two figures are similar, if they have same, if both the figures have same angle or angles are same, but sides are in proportion. So to say similarity, there are two conditions. One, angle must be equal and sides must be in proportion or in same ratio. Okay, so if the angles are same and sides are in proportion, or angles are equal and sides are in proportion, then that two figures or triangles are called similar triangles. On similarity, we have to prove one theorem. That important theorem on examination point of view, it is very important theorem. That theorem is called basic proportionality. Proportionality of the sides. It is related to proportionality of the sides. So that is called basic proportionality theorem. That is solved or proved by a mathematician, Greek mathematician called Thales. Therefore, it is also called as Thales theorem. Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. That theorem says like this. See, in a triangle, if you draw a line parallel to one side of the triangle, any one side of the triangle. Suppose this is the line I have drawn parallel to this side. This is the triangle I have drawn this side. So if a line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, it divides other two sides in proportion. That is what this theorem says. Okay, if a line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, it divides other two sides in proportion. Okay, so this is to be proved. So that is a statement of the theorem. If a line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, so what it is given, I told in my last class. First part of the question is data given. Second part of the question is to be proved. So line drawn parallel to, see, suppose this is the figure. If D is drawn parallel to this, now what it is given? A line, one triangle is given and one line is given. That is the first part. What you have to do? It is proportional. Sides are proportional. So triangle ABC and line D is parallel to BC. That is given. What you have to do? The sides are proportional. This line divides other two sides in proportion. See, AD, AB and AC. It is this D divides that in proportion. That means AD by DB is equal to AD by EC. That is the proportionality. Okay, you can see that same figure here. Look at this. Here ABC, D is parallel to BC. Then ABC. See what is given? ABC is a triangle. BC is parallel to DE, and you have to prove AD by DB. See, AD by DB is equal to AE by BC. AE by BC. How to prove? See, prove this, you have to construct something. What you have to construct is, see, here draw EL perpendicular to EB, EL perpendicular to AB, and DM perpendicular to EN. See, this is perpendicular here, 90 degree at 90 degree. So, see, perpendicular to AC and EL perpendicular to AB and join DE and DC. See, join DE and CD or DC. This is to be joined. Okay, that construction you have to do. Now, how to prove is, you know, in any triangle, area of the triangle, you know. What is the formula to find the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle is equal to half base into height. Is it that? If you take this as a base, what is the area of this triangle? ABC. Suppose what is the triangle? ABC. Area of the triangle ABC is equal to area is equal to half into base into height. Height means what? Perpendicular height. This is not height. Where it is perpendicular, that is the height. Okay. Half. Suppose if you take this as a base, half into BC into say AD, half into BC into AD. So that is the area of this triangle ABC. Or sometimes the figure may be like this. See, look at this. This figure is like this. Suppose the figure is like this. See, look at this. Now ABC is a triangle. The triangle is like this. Now what is the area of this triangle ABC? This is the base. If you consider this as a base, half into BC into perpendicular. That is height. Height is where? So it is not height. It is not height. Perpendicular height means this is the perpendicular height. See, this is height of the triangle. So this is height of the triangle. The D is here. So half into BC into AD. Okay. So that you have to apply here. So let us find. Let us take this in this figure. ADE, triangle ADE and ADE. You can see ADE. And let us take this triangle BDE or DBE. In triangle ADE and BDE, what happens is, what is the area of the triangle ABC? Now if you take this is the perpendicular, see this triangle, this is the perpendicular height, isn't it? Therefore we can take this as a base. So half into base into height, it is the triangle area of the triangle ADE. So area of the triangle ADE you can write as half into AD, base AD into height EL, half into AD into EL. And let us take this triangle. If you take this triangle, area of the triangle BDE or DBE is equal to area of the triangle BDE is equal to half into here also this is the base. Now this triangle perpendicular height is here. See here. This is the perpendicular. I have extended this line. See, this is the perpendicular. Therefore, half into BD, half into BD or DB into EL. Here also EL is the perpendicular or height of the triangle BDE. EL is the height of the triangle BDE. Therefore, you can write half into DB into EL. So if you half gets cancels, EL gets cancelled. What happens? Area of the triangle ADE divided by area of the triangle DBE is equal to AD by DB. AD by DB. Let us take it as equation 1. Let us compare. See one more triangle. First we have compared triangle ADE and BDE. Now let us compare the same ADE and this triangle. See this side. See this triangle. See DEC or DEC. Triangle DEC and ADE compare. What happens? Here let us take not this as the base. Now let us take this as the base. In this triangle, this as the base. This is the perpendicular height. Correct? See. So in triangle ADE, half into A. If you take AE as the base, now what is height? Not this one. This is height. DN is the height. So half into base into height. Half into AE into DN. This is the height. Okay. Then what happens here in this triangle? See, let us take this one as a base. Now if you take in this triangle, see in this triangle, if you take EC as a base, here this is a perpendicular height to this also. Therefore, area of the triangle DEC is equal to half into base EC into perpendicular height or height DN. Here half gets cancelled. Here DN gets cancelled. What is remaining? AE by EC. So let us take this one as equation 2. Okay. Now, in previous classes you have studied, can you take the area of triangle DBE and DEC are equal? Area of the triangle DBE and DEC are equal. See, DE, BC is like this. See, see here, this triangle. See, area of this triangle, or the same figure I will draw lines also. See, DE, BC. See here it is like this, correct? See, one triangle is like this, DEC is like this, and another triangle you have drawn like this. Is it correct? Can you take this area of this triangle and area of this triangle are equal? You have studied in your previous class, science standard. What you have studied? Triangles with the same base and between the same parallels. Triangles lies between the same base and between the same parallel. These are parallel. It is given in the statement itself. D is parallel. See, both the triangle lies on the same base. What is the base? D is the base. Between the same parallel D and BC. So this triangle also lies on this. This triangle also lies on this same base. Therefore, D is the base to both the triangles. See, both the triangle. See, D is the base. See, to this also D is the base. So, if the triangles lies on the same base and between the same parallels are equal in area, you have studied. Therefore, we can say area of the triangle BDE is equal to area of the triangle DEC. So, instead of you can write DB, you can write DEC also. Okay. Therefore, in the numerator is ADE, here also ADE. We can say these two triangles are equal in area. Therefore, from 1 and 2, so what you can say? Area of the triangle DBE is equal to area of the triangle DEC. Therefore, from 1 and 2, you can say AD by DB. If you compare these both the equations, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. That one only you have to prove. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Always remember. That is what Thales theorem says. So Thales theorem says if two triangles or if a line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, then it divides other two sides in proportion. So that theorem we can prove like this. Other two sides in proportion means AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is very important theorem and very simple theorem. If you learn this theorem, that is very important theorem in the examination point of view also. So please note down that theorem very neatly in your notebook and learn properly, okay, with proper understanding. See you in our another video with another theorem, okay. See you. Thank you.